It is time for the sequel to the greatest Australian comedy commissioned in 2022. ScoMo goes on vacation. Italian Don tries to kill vacation man. Here's Karl Stefanovic expertly green screened behind family photos of Scott Morrison. And here's the world's smallest man behind Albo's family photos. Him looking dark and mysterious, staring into a photo of Scott Morrison in a bullseye target. And yet he dares ask Albo,
why does Labor stuff it up so much? Why does it find it so hard to get into government and stay for any length of time?
You know what the best part about that question is? You can tell he's sincerely asking it. Well, I don't know what they put up on the green screen. In fairness to Karl, because he does have that smile of, yeah, I'm a but I know it. Oh, you're forgiven. He probably doesn't know that he is the reason that the Labor Party doesn't get elected over and over again, because you could tell in this that he doesn't care about what Anthony Albanese's answer is. He's not listening. He's thinking, this is getting close to 5:30. I'm going to have to push back that appointment of changing my license plate to champ. He is the perfect face for Channel 9, isn't he? They should change their logo from the number to just, yeah, now it looks like a sperm. Nice. Now, the only question I had after hearing the prophecy of Gandalf is how long? How long into this before Karl Stefanovic says, they say Anthony Albanese is a nice guy, but our looks deceiving. Not in my case. I'm as handsome on the inside as I am on the outside. Look at that liver. Only slightly more alcohol damage than is visible on my face. I'm gonna guess 30 seconds in. Start the timer.
There'd be little argument from most fair-minded Australians. Opposition leader Anthony Albanese is a nice enough bloke.
And stop. 0.00 seconds. That should be in the Guinness World Record for repeating a talking point as quickly as possible. Go, you good thing. But
where the discussion might heat up is over whether he has the ticker to take on the top job.
There it is. The framing of 2022. With Bill Shorten, it was, we took a photo of him looking to his side when someone said, hey Bill, gotcha, you look dodgy in that. This time around, because Anthony Albanese has been so disciplined that he only walks in a straight line and a staffer has to move him around if he wants to move in any other direction like he's a Tetris block. They don't have that. All they have is that Anthony Albanese is nice, but that's not enough of a qualification to be Prime Minister. On the other hand, as we're admitting, the Prime Minister's an idiot. Vote for him.
And in all likelihood, being a small target is working.
Oh yeah, now we see that classic journalist wit. There's a target on screen, and they said target. I bet whoever came up with that did a well-earned... I would. I'm pretty jealous that they did, actually.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza.
There we go. Straight away. What are you cooking for your family, Scott Morrison? Oh, just a curry. Of course you would. All right, let's sit down with the family. With Anthony Albanese. Well, he's sort of a family member. A distant family member. A godfather.
Tucked away in a quiet corner at his local Italian in Sydney's Leichhardt. Well, cheers.
Stop right there. I don't like this universe where Anthony Albanese is thinner than Karl Stefanovic, all right? That doesn't fit my mental map. Karl Stefanovic should permanently look like an attractive 40-year-old man for the rest of his life. But he's bloated with all of this alcoholic sin around his body, obviously, while Anthony Albanese has got in shape. It's not on. I want every Labor Prime Minister to be a fat alcoholic, and I want every Nine News anchor to be, want to know my secret? It's in my new dieting book, How to Sell Your Soul to the Devil. Hey, look at that, it's Peter Costello. Always the one you least suspect, eh?
It's been a carefully crafted makeover. The dramatic weight loss, new specs, new suits. It's all very, well, prime ministerial. You'd almost need glasses to recognise the Albo 2.0.
Isn't that incredible? It does remind me of Kevin Rudd saying that the press will do whatever they can to not focus on Anthony Albanese's policies because he's obviously going to win that. So instead, they always resort to character assassination. Every election, ever since ancient Rome, come see my show, boom, sneak attack, like the video. But I would probably say that that was very well crafted by either his staffer or himself. He actually lost weight for their country. So the press, who are that stupid and vacuous, are sitting there going like, got a six-pack or not?
This is the mother of all, as the kids say, glow-ups.
I barely recognise... Do you know what a glow-up means?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, what's happened to you?
I'm hungry.
Literally hungry.
Nice little aside there, Karl. I'll tell you what, you've learned a lot from Hard Chat.
This is all part of the housing.
To understand the real Albo, his mates say you need to understand his roots.
I am really glad that any opportunity Anthony Albanese gets, he always brings up. You know those flats that don't get much sunlight that you walk past and it's got a bottle of Coke on the front but it's filled with water? Yeah, that was my drink bottle at school. I like that he's always bringing up that he's an actual battler as opposed to all of the lawyers and professionals that are in Parliament. I think that that is what they call, in staffer circles, connecting with the poor.
Raised in council housing, the only child of a single mum who survived on the disability pension. Every cent mattered.
Jesus, I've never seen someone that looks more like their adult self than Anthony Albanese. Doesn't his kid self just look like mini Albo? Yeah.
Oh, she'd be proud as punch. She's one of those women who sacrificed a lot for her child.
Do you think about her in that way, and that you're now maybe only within a couple of months of being the Prime Minister of Australia?
She was really grounded. She listened to talkback radio. She didn't have much formal education. She followed what was going on in the world, and
She almost sounds liberal.
Educated? Well, obviously she'd be voting for Scott Morrison instead of you. Channel 9, neutral as the flavour of haggis.
He always thought his father, Carlos Albanese, had been killed in a car accident when he was a baby. But it was all a lie. Carlos was actually living in Italy. Marianne had had a whirlwind romance abroad. When she returned to Australia, she was single, pregnant, and Catholic in the 1960s.
Jesus, why is there so many Catholics in the Labor Party? That's a lesson for all you budding parents out there. Don't send them to an Anglican school. They'll end up like those wasps in the Liberal Party. You send them to a Catholic school where a nun beats fear into them so that they feel really guilty about bracket creep.
The trauma of losing his parents was profound, as was the heartbreak he felt 3 years ago when his marriage ended. Anthony and his ex-wife, Carmel Tebbit, had been together for 30 years when he says, out of the blue, she told him their relationship was over.
I like how in each of those photos, Anthony Albanese's suit gets a little more slovenly. That was a great metaphor for being in a long-term relationship as a man. Over the years, less and less visits to Hugo Boss, more and more visits to Lowe's.
The reality is there isn't much room for privacy in the top job. For a politician who likes to talk, Albo is very shy about giving too much away about his personal life.
Remember Karl Stefadovic walking into ScoMo's? What did he say?
Boy, oh boy, you are the pump right now.
Then when you go to Albo's office, more sheets of paper on the desk. But you'll never know what secrets lie on those pages. Is Anthony Albanese a man or a question mark?
What he's rediscovering is the reality of campaigning. It brings out the good, the bad, and the blunt.
What do you think of the election coming up?
I'm right here.
No comment.
People are brutal, aren't they, on the road? What's wrong with Albo?
You're looking good, yeah.
Thank you.
You've lost weight, yeah, hasn't it? Yeah.
Huh?
Good on you.
Of course they wanted to show the one bad interaction. But I will say this, it is a really good sign of the upcoming election when the Prime Minister has to be escorted around by a troop of police surrounding him like he's the Pope, and the opposition leader walks around and he gets the best welcome you can possibly get as a politician in Australia. I think you're a dickhead, but I'm not going to say it. Okay, have a good day, love.
Cheers, my friend.
Bug's red, it's
Come over here. Over a beer with the wannabe PM, Albo can't wait to take a swipe at ScoMo.
Yeah, there we go. I'm telling you, to all these people that say, oh, I need a politician that isn't a politician. No, you need to be a politician for a long time because like everything else in life, being a politician is a skill. And you know what the skill is to being an Australian politician? Chugging beers. If you have a world record in chugging beers, you are going to be one of the longest serving prime ministers in this country. In fact, let's look that up and It's not a joke.
You look at even the photo ops this time, whether it's shampooing hair or whether it's, dare I say it, the ukulele playing, or worse still...
What's wrong with that?
I've seen it and heard it. And then now it can't be unseen, unfortunately.
So good. See, this is the thing. Like, everybody in Canberra is so removed from the average Australian that they don't understand that the average Australian hates everyone in Canberra. A really good way to get elected is to just spend the whole 3 years going, this dickhead thinks he's better than everyone. He's not better than me. I've got, well, actually, you know, you can afford better than Lynx deodorant. Yeah, all right, he's better than me. But he's still smug about it.
Campaigning would be complete without a visit to a brewery. It brings back memories of a Labor hero whose success Anthony would love to copy.
I wonder with Bob Hawke, I mean, what it was like back in the day. Darting, the boozing, the complete and utter commitment to sexual impropriety. I mean, do you share any vices with Bob Hawke?
I love that list. Karl Stefanovic asking, do you drink and sleep around, to Anthony Albanese? I think somebody shares a little more with Bob than Anthony does, mate. I will say this though, I am really, really happy that Anthony Albanese, as soon as he is in the spotlight, he gets a headline towards him. He is always saying, I'm going to model myself on Howard. Can't even say his name. I get an instant sickness thinking about him. Howard or Bob Hawke. Perfect. He knows the landscape better than anyone else, and I think it is because he has actually had a chat with someone who works at Jim's Mowing. I think that that is his edge on everybody else in Canberra. If he loses this election, it is not that man's fault. He has done a flawless 3-year execution in a media ecosystem just waiting for him to slip up. He hasn't given them a single opportunity, to the point that this is what they have. This is what the Murdoch press is working on. He's a nice guy, but he's incompetent. While Channel 9 seems to be, he's a nice guy, but is he really a nice guy? We can't disprove that he isn't a nice guy. We're just saying maybe he's not, because you don't know him personally. Well, thank you for pointing that out and not pointing it out with Scott Morrison. Anyway, like and subscribe if you like Albo's chances this election. Actually, don't do that because I know that a lot of you are cynical. Just like the video and check out friendlyjordies.com for sick merch.
Please share and comment below. Comment.